Hello everyone, it's Nana Foxy Mama 365 and I'm back again today to talk about the Fyre Festival and give my view on the whole situation and where they went wrong and just my own take on the whole stuff. So in case you don't know, or if you've been under a rock, Hulu and Netflix have this documentaries on the Fyre Festival that was held in 2017. It was a joint venture, I don't know if you would call it a venture, but it was something that was put together by a guy named Billy McFarland and Ja Rule. So you see where Billy actually goes out seeking out Ja Rule. Apparently he is looking for big names and trying to get them to sign up and using those names and throwing big names around. Apparently he also grew up, in a relatively, rich home, and he's looking to kind of, progress. So the people say that, oh, he's a brilliant mind, he's a great marketer, talking to him, he can figure out ways of getting money out of your pocket, and, So Ja Rule and Billy get together and then they are talking and they become fast friends, they are partying together, they're kind of socializing together, and then they come up with this idea of Fyre Festival. Now they're like, oh, what's the best way to go about it? So it's kind of meant to be like a festival with new artists and kind of like Coachella, and these are people that have never organized such a show before, not on a small scale, but now they want to organize a festival and they're taking people to the Bahamas. Girl. So we see them going out to the Bahamas to actually go shoot. So first off, Billy says he has bought this island and he's locked it down for 10 years. He's going to be paying, I think, 10 million for the island. And the island is alleged was owned by Pablo Escobar. Billy was told do not mention his name, but he was dealing with the lawyers. And after the shoot, let's go back. At the shoot, where they are trying to market the whole situation, the whole event, they have the big models, big names. They have Bella Hadid, they have Emily Ratajkowski, Hailey Baldwin, Kendall Jenner, and they're all running around chasing pigs in water. The water is beautiful. They have yachts out there. They have private jets out there. They have private planes. They're flying. They're drinking. They're having fun. So people kind of literally bought into it because as soon as they finished the shoot, the girls were asked to tweet and send it out, tweet about it, put it up on social media. Allegedly, Kendall Jenner was paid $250,000 for one Instagram post. Girl, that is living the life. She didn't even lift a finger. Oh well, she lifted her fingers, but she didn't move an inch. So anyways, the girls start posting the Orange Fyre Festival picture. And instantly it's a big hit on social media and you have young kids and people trying to get tickets. And in 2 days, they are sold out. Sold out. Apparently it was said they got about $37 million in. And it was just a crazy situation. So they were selling the dream. What were they actually selling? They were selling the fact that, oh, when you come on, you're actually going to be in a villa, you're going to get to be on the beach, you're going to get the best talent, musical talent playing out there. They're going to get access to some of the models. They'll do a meet and greet with the models. Really? Some people paid up to $4,000 for this experience. And then it just became crazy. Now, it was a great idea. But the problem is, Accounting 101 tells you have to look at your cost and then you have to look at what you have, your revenue in. So while they did sell out, but they had over-promised on what they were going to deliver. They were talking about gourmet, they were going to get chefs, they were going to be delivering all kinds of great, cuisine. They were going to be swimming with pigs again. I'm not going to let that go. Because they did show a video with the pigs in the water, and the models were playing with the pigs. And I'm thinking, why? Why, if you want to swim with a pig, why don't you go rent a pig from a farm and then throw it in a pool somewhere? I don't get it. Don't ask me. So moving right along. So where the problems start. I'm going to talk about the problems and how, being that I have a little event management background and I have an accounting experience as well, I can speak for where the problem started. So moving right along, Billy was asked not to ever mention Pablo Escobar. And being that he was trying to market it and, you know, trying to get more money in, because I think at this point he was like, oh, what is going, you know, maybe he realized that, oh, I don't think I have priced my product effectively. So he did use Pablo Escobar's name, and immediately the shit was shut down. The island that he had claimed to have bought, they stopped talking to him. They asked him never to, you know, mention the name of the island. They just cut all connections with him. So we don't really know if he did pay, but he had told people he had bought the island for over a 10-year period. That wasn't true. That was the first problem, number one. He mentioned Pablo Escobar. No. If you're in a deal and an agreement has been made, you're not meant to use certain names, don't. Next, we see they're booking talents. I think they booked Major Lazer, Disclosure, Blink, 182, and you know, I don't even know why I would even pay to go see those people. If I'm gonna go pay you guys, I'm paying $4,000, $10,000. You better be digging up Michael Jackson from the grave. Point blank, period. So they were overpaying most of the artists, and the artists were saying, oh, well, I mean, if you're gonna give me that money, why not? So they got someone that really didn't know what he was doing, and he was booking these people and overpricing them. So, but the thing is, I don't even think they even actually got their money. Moving right along. Now, if you've ever done anything about event planning, like we had an event in my community, and I was fortunate enough to have been on the community in the planning committee. I was fortunate enough to be on the planning committee. It took us well over 9 months ahead of time. And the 9 months ahead of time wasn't even enough. Because there were some certain things I wanted us to have, and we couldn't get those things because we needed to have started planning a year in advance. And I'm talking about a little community event with about 2,000 people. So we started planning about 9 months ahead. Now, these are people, Billy and his team started planning about 6-7 months out to when they planned the event to happen. And now, I'm not even talking about an event that you're going to be like, okay, people are just going to drive there, park their cars, get into the event, and then drive back home. I'm talking about an event where you're talking about logistics of flying people into an island, hosting them, lodging them, feeding them, toilet, security, safety, equipment, because no artist is going to just come and perform on just any stage. No way. Any big artist will tell you what they have to put in to be able to perform. So, get-go, their timing was bad, and then the next problem was, after they were kicked off from the island that they originally planned to use, they had nowhere else. Then they start looking for different islands. They moved to another island, it was not suitable enough. They moved to another island, it wasn't good enough. Eventually they came to a little island called Exuma, but luckily at least it had some features, so they kind of carved out a portion of it. I think it's some kind of hotel resort that was being built, so they carved that portion. But the thing is, you can see that they were already being dishonest when they are trying to kind of make it out like it's an island when really it wasn't an island. Next problem was the date of the event. Now they fixed the event at a time when the island had other events going on. So that meant that hospitalities, hotels booked So it was literally impossible to get hotels. It was impossible to get room and accommodation. So I was thinking, why didn't they just move the date? You know, why didn't you just move the date and tell everybody, hey guys, due to logistics or whatever. Anyways, that's just my thought. So meanwhile, they had to find this island 6 to 8 weeks before. And you're talking about building a stage, making toilet facilities available, security. You're talking, there's just so much, getting labor. And you're talking about being on an island. So you don't really have access to that much labor. So anyways, the next problem was they ran out of cash. Now the cash situation, like I said, they probably did not do their accounting 101, where they say, oh, what are my expenses and what are my revenues coming in, and then running out of cash. Now, being that Billy was the one in charge of the cash situation, a lot of the people below probably did not know what really was going on. Accounting 101 also tells you that the people in charge, you know, should not be the ones handling the finances. They should have gotten an accountant, you know, someone that could have said, hey, the math is not adding up. When you add 1 and 1, it's not coming up to 2. Actually, when you add your 1 and Billy's 1 and Jarul's 1, it's actually coming up to half. So that was another issue that I saw from the get-go. Now then, of course, they couldn't manage social media. They had oversold the situation or a dream, and it started coming out little by little that the Fyre Festival was a fraud, and they couldn't manage that. Now you now see them trying in a rush or trying to get people to put in more money, and apparently they got about 800,000 more. Same people were paying, who pays $4,000 for one weekend? What the hell? It's like people were selling out their homes or whatever just to come for this festival, that it was going to be the event of a lifetime. Really? Really? Anyways. Then of course, at this point, they started getting late payments. They were no longer paying staff. You know, people were dropping like flies. And Billy was the kind of person, his personality seemed like the kind of person that you could not tell a no to. You know, when you have someone, you have to surround yourself with people that can tell you the gospel truth. And if you don't do that, then you fall into pit holes. You know, so a lot of people try to tell him and say, it's not working, we can still pull the plug. But apparently in the insurance, there was a clause that said if the event did not hold, they will be liable for a huge amount of money. But the problem was, the insurance people didn't really cough up because it wasn't really proper insurance of some sort. So, anyways, eventually we now get to the event. And at this point, we're like, oops, what is going on? It was so funny when we had, what's his name? One of the publicity market manager came up and said, oh, he was called by Billy that he needed to take one for the team. And he's like, what do I need to do? And he's like, I need you to go suck dick. Okay, boo-boo. And he was like, literally, I went and I, gargled some Listerine or something. And then I went to meet the guy. I think apparently was a government official who he was meant to have this sexual act with. And he got there, and luckily the man was like, okay, you don't have to do that. And this was all just to get them to release water into the island so water could kind of come in. The guy decided, oh, don't worry. But I'm like, really? I believe you. But you know what I also noted was that after the original video where Ja Rule was, in the party and they did the photo shoot, the promotion shoot with the models, Ja Rule was not mentioned again. Telling me that Ja Rule really lost the ball. He took his eyes off the ball, so he really wasn't part of the planning, and that might be where he might be negligent. Don't ask me, I'm just saying allegedly, so I really don't know. I want to hear what you guys think. People are saying, oh, why isn't Ja Rule in jail and that he should be. But Ja Rule has come out and said, oh, look, he was also scammed. I was also, scammed as well. I didn't know and What do you guys think? Should Ja Rule also be held? I guess maybe he might not have known what the financial situation that Billy was, you know, dilly-dallying over, but he should have still followed through. When you market an event such as that, you have to follow, you know, follow the money and figure out what is really going on, especially when your name is attached to such a program. You know, you just don't want to be seen, you know, this is such a huge blowback on him. But I don't know, what you guys think? Do you think Ja Rule should, I don't know, you guys let me know, please. Now, the festival day, people are still coming, and they still could, well, they could have pulled the plug, but like I said, Billy couldn't pull the plug. He didn't want to pull the plug. He kept on hoping, and he kept promising that there was an investor that was going to give $20 million. And maybe if that had happened, I don't even think getting that cash would have actually saved the event. Why? Because when you think about the logistics, they didn't have internet access. Because I think Billy was trying to get them to load more money, and they had some kind of device, but they did not have RIPD. No, forgive me. They didn't have internet access, so pretty much they couldn't run that. But people were actually loading cash in people that already had it, but they didn't have internet access, so it was kind of difficult to get that done. It might have been sporadic internet access, so such that when they get there, if you bought something, a drink or something, you just needed to tap, and you know, once you put money in. So they were hoping to kind of use that money. But again, like I said, I don't even think if they got 20 million that would have saved the event. Why? Well, maybe the artists might have come out. Maybe the artists didn't come out because they were not paid. But then you also had to think about the labor. They needed more. They were still building the tents. And then Billy in the Hulu interview says, oh, they lost the keys to the villas. You hear some shit every day, but this shit, I'm like, what? That's the best excuse you come up with? So what? You lost the keys to some of the villas, and the owners of the villas did not have extra keys. Heifer be gone. So when they get there, there's no information whatsoever. People arrive. They are taken in school buses from the planes. The people that were meant to be done via, but in fairness, they did have some of the social media influencers said they got access to some villas, a few of them, but there was so much chaos. They got in, they were taken by school buses to the campground, and then they get there and then they see these camp tents that are leftover tents from, I think, Hurricane Sandy, or no, not Sandy. It was from one of the hurricane disasters. So there were some tents and they're white, and then they put in beds. So pretty much they didn't have logistics. They didn't have enough manpower to actually put up enough tents. And by the end of the first night, they only had a third of the people that were meant to come show up. And unfortunately, the people that were on social media trying to warn people and say, guys, this thing it's not going the way it should, it didn't go out as fast. You know, people didn't get that message. People were still hopeful that they were going to hang out with Kylie Jenner. Okay. Yeah. Then of course there was no organization. There was no one there greeting, no one there explaining what to do, what was going on, no one directing. And then you have people now already ready to turn up, you know. So at a point, Billy now climbs on the table and is like, oh, everybody, if you have a pass or whatever, just go grab a tent. And everybody's like, huh? So at this point, it's now free fall. Every man for himself. And many of these people have not even gotten their luggage, by the way. And then the luggage arrive a little while after, and they're thrown in like a container, and they have to dig in there's no literally floodlights, but the lights are really not that great. Whew. Ooh, what a mess. So they're trying to grab their luggage. People are trying to take luggage, and they're trying to grab mattresses, and it had rained the day before, so some of the mattresses were wet, and what a mess. And then people were drinking, and people were getting drunk, thinking that they were already at Coachella, but there was no Beyonce. Indeed, this was the greatest party that never was. Because guess what? The party had happened a few months earlier with Ja Rule and Billy. and the models, with the pigs, with the ocean, with the jets, and all of that. So pretty much that was what was really going on. And then you see Billy taking off. And that's when you know that Billy really is not a good leader, because he just took off. He didn't tell any of his people. He wasn't concerned for their safety. He wasn't concerned for their well-being. And at this point, in some places they would have been lynched. Yeah. You don't take people. If you've never been scammed before, you don't understand it's upsetting, really upsetting. So Billy, nobody can find Billy. He's nowhere to be seen. The people are like, some people are peeing everywhere. They can't, because they're scared to really go out too far, And then, of course, there is no return plan for the people. So some people actually do go to the airport the following day to try to get off the island. And guess what? No arrangements were made for the exit. So many people actually slept in the hotel, at the airport, and they were actually locked because the hotel staff said, oh, we had to, apparently it was their policy, we had to lock. So we saw a guy fainting. They didn't have water, they didn't have food. Ugh. It ain't all that. Like I said, it ain't all that. The food that they got there was like toast and cheese, and it was crap, and and then also you also had the people from the island that had been walking tirelessly to get the place set up. The lady that was catering also had spent her money as well, trying to feed the people. And then you had this guy, Grant, who was like I think the marketing officer or something. And Grant was still saying, oh, I'm looking for, I want cuisine and I'm like, he's looking for lobsters. He wants, the best. And you're like, hello, you were originally meant to spend $6 million on food. We only have $1 million. Don't you understand? And apparently Grant is still like, no, we're still going to give them and I'm like, huh? What island is he on? He probably was left in the first island, Pablo Escobar's island, or his brain might have been left there. So anyways, the people managed to get out eventually, and then when reality now hits, they're like, cancel the event. Let us try and manage it on social media. At this point, some people had sent out the pictures of the food and people were laughing. It was such a nightmare, and the people that were stuck there were like, oh wow, afraid for their lives and trying to get out, and then they were promised that they were going to get their monies back, and of course that still hasn't happened, So at this point, Billy has come to the realization that, okay, this is not going to happen. And then they show him crying. Well, we're told he was crying, and a lot of the other event people were also trying to get away and because at this point they heard there's an angry mob of the people from the island wanting to get their money because they haven't been paid in like 2 months. And they're like, what is going on? Yeah, a little over 2 months. So they had been walking and they hadn't gotten paid. And they were like, look, we want our money. And it is what it is. There's no money. Billy's nowhere to be found. Billy has taken off. Oh, Billy. Okay, so and of course, they now get back to New York. And I believe the gentleman, what's his name? The one that was going to suck dick, said literally he had to like take off his clothes and exchange clothes with one of his staff members or someone that from the island that was helping him. And he got snuck under in a car and zoomed off, and that was how he was able to get away. He didn't even ask about the safety of the other members of the staff. It was just a big mess. So back in New York, they get together and they're having a meeting and they're talking and they're like, oh, where did we go wrong? Could we have done better? And they're like, is it fraud? Was this fraudulent? And you hear someone say, no, it wasn't fraudulent. It might have been false advertising. No, it was fraudulent because you guys advertised all of that. I didn't even see Kendall Jenner there. I didn't see Hailey Baldwin there. I didn't see Emily Ratajkowski there. I didn't see a fucking pig. I didn't see I don't even think the guys even got to the beach to even like say, okay, at least we actually got to the beach. So anyway, they have filed this 100 million class action against Billy. I don't know what the state of that is, you know, and Billy is now under investigation. He's actually been arrested. He was arrested and he's gotten 6 years for fraud. But what was surprising was that after he was released on bail, Billy came back out and he started again. Literally, he starts again. He gets this guy, Frank Tribble Jr. or something, and he's like, oh, I want you to be the face because my face is so like, you know, I can't use my face, I can't use my name, I want you to. And then they start targeting the same people that went to the concert, that paid for the concert. They are targeting the same people. And I'm like, how dumb can you be? You know, I'm like, how bold can you be? You know? So now at this point, they're like, he's promising people that, oh, you're gonna be at the Burning Man tickets, you're gonna get Met Gala tickets, you're gonna go for the Victoria's Secret whatever, you're gonna have dinner with LeBron James, and sending these letters out to people. And apparently, unfortunately, some people still fall for it, and apparently he got about $100,000 from 15 investors. How he was able to pull this off, I don't know. Probably people that were living under a rock and didn't. I don't know. So someone gets wind of this and reports to the FBI. In 6 hours, FBI is on his case, and they pull him in, and he's arrested, and for five counts: fraud, money laundering, identity theft, witness intimidation, because apparently he was trying to tell people not to talk, and people, you know, and then obstruction of justice. So he's getting 6 years in jail, you know. But like I say, the real Fyre Festival did happen. It just happened like 6 or 8 months before, without the rest of you guys, and they were just the people that were filming, the models, the private, the pig, you know. I thought that was really funny, you know. So it did happen. And then you see Ja Rule talking, and he's like, oh, he let out a tweet saying, oh, he was also scammed. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Ja Rule was scammed? Only because he also got to party and enjoy himself, and I don't know. And Ja Rule said, oh, he didn't know. I'm like, yeah. How can you not know? The poor lady that was catering the food and all of that, the lady from the Bahamas, she lost about $50,000. A lot of people had to run away, you know, literally lost a lot. You know, some of his employees were also late after like a month or so, or 2 weeks after, they were let go of just like that, you know. And they're like, what is going on? So are you just letting... It was just a mess. Billy just let go of them, you know. No. And many of them were in debt because they were not getting paid. Many of them were using their own money and even putting their own money into the event, you know, to try to, you know, they were like, oh, it's a family, we're a family. No. No. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. And then there was the last bit. I want to mention this, where they see one of the employees that Billy actually calls him during the interview. I thought that was hilarious. Billy says, oh, what's going on? And he's like, oh, Billy, I'm actually shooting. I'm on TV right now. Do you want me to say anything on your behalf? And Billy hangs up. And then you see the guy say, okay, next, action. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, be sure to share, be sure to subscribe, and to comment down below. I really want to know, what do you think? Did Ja Rule know? Or I really want to know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.